wants to create a healthy and satisfying relationship with a woman or save his marriage, even if you've been married for decades or on the brink of divorce or even separated, this video is going to be for you because I'm going to share with you something that you may be doing unknowingly that is costing you your relationship. It's costing you your woman's respect, her attraction, and actually putting her in her masculine mode while making you feel more feminine. And what it's doing, it's creating inverted polarity, which is reducing the attraction and creating more negative tension and negative conflict in your relationship. And in this short video, I'm going to share with you exactly what it is, so you're no longer going to commit this sin ever again. So if you're new to my content, my name is Sasha Fedorovsky. I'm the creator of the Mind Heart Method, the leading program for men to save your marriage in 90 days or less. I'm a relationship expert for men, and my background is working within the medical space, working with medical doctors, psychologists, and researchers in the men's health space, both physical, emotional, and well-being space. And I've combined all of that knowledge, all of that research in the Mind Heart Method, working with hundreds of men to save their relationship, improve their mental, physical, and financial well-being through the process. So I have a few things to share with you, and I'm creating this longer form content to help you, because I'm not going to coach every one of you. And it is truly my mission to help men, to empower men so that they can lead women and create more satisfying relationships and create connected families. And that's my passion, because at the end of the day, as the man, you're the leader in your relationship and you're responsible for your family dynamic and the kind of children that we produce in the next generation. So that's enough about me. I'm here to help you, and let's get into the content. So the number one sin that you might be committing in your relationship unknowingly, it's the mistake that's costing you your woman's respect, her attraction, and her love, is complaining. So as a man, you are not allowed to complain. It's not because you have a male privilege or anything like that. I mean, you are the most powerful species on this earth after animals and women. You have the highest cerebral cortex, you have the logical brain, you have the most power and force. But that's not the reason that you're not allowed to complain. The reason you're not allowed to complain is because every time you complain, your wife isn't allowed to complain. When you complain, you go into your feminine mode. You get into your feminine energy because you're releasing your emotions, and someone else is forced to hold the space for you for those emotions. And if you're in a relationship, it's usually the woman. So what happens in this dynamic is the woman then has to go into her masculine. She has to create a container for your emotions. She has to solve your problems. Or at minimum, she doesn't have space to release her emotions. Now, this is a big problem because biologically, this is a way that a woman releases stress, not a man. A woman must release her emotions through sharing her feelings. And ideally, she's sharing her feelings with you. So if you're there complaining, you're sharing your feelings without solving them, without solving the problem, she doesn't have space for her feelings. And this is what creates negative tension. So if a woman doesn't unlock her stress every day, if she doesn't take out the garbage within her from all the emotions that are built up, she doesn't have space inside of her to receive you. So she's not going to want a bar of you, let alone physical intimacy. It's very different for a man. As a man, you're biologically wired to solve your problems. Now, this isn't an ideology. It's not an idea. It's how our biology works. It's how our nervous system has been programmed over hundreds of years from when we were hunter-gatherers. So when women were gatherers, they would work together. They would talk to each other. They would help each other by by being connected. That's how they would release their stress. So when they were in the meadow looking for berries or gathering, they would talk to each other to ensure that the other woman was still there, that she knew where everything was. And they had to collaborate in order to survive. Because if the men didn't come back or if they were gone for a long time, they needed to rely on other women to protect the children, to have food. So women are collaborative in nature, and they need to share to create these connections and to release stress. And this is what women still need to be doing today. Even if they're in a masculine environment, this is, the modern world today is a masculine environment created by men for men. Okay, this is why women have so much emotional dysregulation, so much unexplained illness and disease specific to women, because women are basically square pegs trying to be fit into a round hole, or the opposite, actually. Okay, because particularly a woman who is working, she's in her masculine, this isn't going to be natural to her. She has more need to release her feelings. A man, on the other hand, is different. You're a hunter. You are going solo, you're in groups of men, and then you'd separate to hunt animals. You're designed to suppress your emotions in order to get the job done. So when you're in your masculine, the way you're going to release stress is by going into your cave, by going solo, by connecting to your feelings, not vomiting them out, particularly not on your woman, and solving your problem. Okay. The best thing that you can do is feel your feelings. So the last thing I'm telling you to do is to suppress your emotions. A man needs to be connected to his instincts, and he needs to feel his emotions. You need to feel your emotions in order to solve your problem and to be safe for the woman that you're with, so that you can hold and contain her feelings. Because when she releases her stress, you've actually solved her problem for her. Then she can access her joy, she can feel her good feelings, and this will support you in what you're doing. So not only are you not allowed to complain to your woman, you're also not allowed to complain to other women or other men. The second important reason for this, and why this is a big no-no and a big sin for any man that wants to be in a healthy, connected relationship with a woman and avoid divorce, is because each time you complain and you don't solve your problem and put the burden on someone else to solve your problem, you're actually going into your feminine energy, and you're literally decreasing your testosterone. So the way you increase your testosterone as a man is you need a challenge. You need to overcome that challenge, and you need to rest and repair. You can do this physically through the gym, right? So you need to build muscle by pushing weights. So you're exerting, you're overcoming the problem, but then you need to rest. The way you do this emotionally, and just so you know, we regulate our hormones through our emotions. That's how we regulate them. So as a man, each time you're sharing your problem, you're venting and you're complaining, either to a friend, male or female, or even to a therapist, you're actually dropping your testosterone. And I really want you to sit with this for a moment. And it goes against everything the media and society is telling you today, because these are all concepts and ideas, but we are still our biology. And each time your testosterone drops, you become more helpless. You need someone else to help you to solve your problem, because you lose those hunting and problem solving abilities each time it drops. This will happen naturally for a man in time. So the more that you can do to increase your testosterone, the more in your masculine you stay, and the more you can polarize your woman into her feminine. The importance of this is that it creates polarity, like two magnets, a negative and a positive. And we are actually chemically, hormonally like two magnets. A woman is a negative, a man is a positive. And doesn't mean a woman is bad or is deficient and a man is good. That's not what it is. It's just like negative chemicals, positive chemicals in a magnet. They have different chemical properties and they're attracted to each other. The opposites are attracted to each other. That's why they're attracted to come together. The same ones repel from each other. So if you're in a relationship dynamic with a woman where it feels like your roommates, your housemates, it's depolarized, there's no attraction, it's likely because the masculine feminine energy is neutralized. As the man, you have the power to change this situation by stepping into your masculine energy. And the first thing you can do to step into your masculine energy is cut complaining, cut venting, because this is a way that a woman in her feminine releases her stress. And if you want to be in your masculine energy, you need to cut that. It's like a bad habit. As soon as you stop doing it, you will feel better straight away. You will feel stronger. You'll have more capability to solve your problems. It's like you have all this capital in a bank, and each time you're worried, you're concerned, you go and you spend your money. This is like a gambler. Each time you need that kick, you go and spend your money. Well, when it comes to actually needing to start a business or investing in a property or investing in whatever it is that you want to invest and grow, you don't have the capital anymore. This is what happens when you complain and you vent. The second thing that happens is your woman loses respect for you. She feels burdened. There's no space for her emotions. She also feels fear. This is getting her to contract, and she no longer trusts you. No matter what she says, she does not want you to vent. She does not want you to share her feelings because this puts the responsibility on her. It drops your testosterone and you actually lose trust in yourself. Not only has she lost trust in you, you've lost trust in yourself. And this creates a cycle because on a biological level, a man is the natural leader. So if you don't trust yourself, she doesn't trust you because she's always following you. So the way that you shift this dynamic from lack of intimacy, lack of respect, lack of attraction, lack of connection is by stepping into your masculine frame, feeling connected to your natural masculine instincts. If you want more information on this, I highly, highly recommend you read my intimacy guide. It's a free guide I've created for men. Every man needs to read this. It's in the link below. It'll be the best 10 minutes of reading you ever do. It'll clarify all this instantly. The second thing I recommend is you watch my masterclass for men. You'll see it in the link below and above. This masterclass goes into my method, the Mind Heart method, and how I help men save their marriage in 90 days or less. This is men who have been in a stagnant marriage for decades. Maybe you're on the brink of divorce. Maybe there hasn't been connection in years. It's never too late. And in my masterclass for men, my relationship masterclass for men, I describe exactly how I help my one-to-one private clients do this. I recommend you watch it, you share it with a man that needs to know this information. So let me know in the comments below how this relates. If you complain, what happens when you complain? But what I really love you to do is take this information and action it. Because as a man, masculine energy is initiating, it's action. So every time you're complaining, you're not taking action. You're releasing the tension, so it feels good for a moment, but it's depleting you. So what I'd love you to do, my desire for you, what I'm inviting you to do is to take action. Go on a complaining detox. Don't complain for a week. Don't complain for 2 weeks. Come back to me and let me know what changes in your life, how your woman looks at you differently, what she shares with you, how she goes towards you, how other people look at you differently, how you look at yourself differently when you look in the mirror, how you begin to solve your problems when you don't resolve the tension through complaining, but instead hold the tension and allow yourself to solve that problem from within, because that's the technology you have as a man. Okay, so I want you to give it a go. And also in the comments, let me know what kind of content you'd love me to create these 10, 15 minutes content podcast sessions on. So if you can't work with me one-to-one, this is the closest you're going to get to one-to-one sessions with me. So let me know what you want to hear, what problems you're having, and essentially what you'd like to hear about. If you're ready to actually take initiative to save your marriage, to get more connection back in your relationship, to feel alive again, I highly, highly recommend you book a one-to-one session with me. while it's still available. My time is very limited, but I still do offer one-to-one sessions. This is not a therapy session. You're not going to vent or complain here. I'm going to help you to solve your problem by guiding you through a mind heart method process to understand the root cause of your relationship problem. It could even be lack of a relationship, and to get to the next steps to the solution. You may have been in your problem for years, but after working with hundreds of men, things can change very quickly when you have the right information. It's not that your relationship is broken, you're not broken, the world isn't broken. It's you don't have the right information. It's like if you had an accounting problem or a plumbing problem or a business problem or a car problem, you'd call an expert, right? You'd call an expert because you're not an expert in the area. There's no shame. It's actually the smart thing to do. So if you're investing in your business, you're investing in your house, your car, why are you not investing in your relationship? As a man, this is your greatest asset and it's your greatest liability. And it's very foolish to think that it's going to be magical. If you've been listening to Disney and Hollywood movies, it doesn't work like that. Just look around, see the divorce rate. Invest in your relationship because essentially your relationship, your wife, your family, it's your greatest asset. It's your fuel for you to step into your masculine energy and create prosperity in the world. So book a one-to-one session with me while they're still available. I look forward to connecting with you and to guiding you to the relationship that you truly desire.